Well, welcome back. Let's wrap up with my guest. We've been looking at the popularity of esports, and I suppose one of the major barriers of the growth of the sector will be the rollout of the internet in untapped markets, which we've already discussed. And here really we're looking at the rest of the African continent for potential growth. Lower data costs and access will be key in that development. All right, Candice, you're a bad girl in a bad man's sports. How does that feel?
I know this is going to be like a weird answer, but like I've been doing this since I was 4. I think I started playing on a computer when I was 4. I grew up with cousins, male, who all played video games, and I kind of, like, it rubbed off on me. My older sister was not particularly into it. She dabbled, but it kind of seemed like a normal space for me to be in. But I noticed growing up, my friends in school that did play games, it was more the guys than the girls. But, you know, I've definitely seen a change rapidly in, I would say, the past 5-6 years that I've explored the online space and obviously being involved in communities on social media and attending events. Like, the women are there. Like, I don't feel like it's so much me being alone, just,
really?
you know, they're coming in more and more.
Okay.
Especially if I look at my field, I'm in more content creation, so I do streaming. There's a huge amount of women who are involved in the content field, especially on Twitch, for example. So they're definitely there. You know, they're present, and it's a very good change to see, actually.
Nice. Super Dave, is esports exclusive or inclusive?
I think it just depends where you're coming from, man. You know, like, gaming is universal, dog. So whether I play on my console, whether you play Candy Crush on your phone, one way or another.
Which I do play, by the way.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You game. So now it's a question of, if there's a Candy Crush World Tournament, would you enter it?
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So now you're an esports player. You might not be a CSGO esports player, or FIFA or whatever genre it is, but now you're a Candy Crush esports player. So I think to be honest, that question has quite a broad answer. You know, I think gaming itself is a very inclusive hobby. You know, it opens up your world to all different places. Look, today I'm sitting next to these two individuals where if I didn't game, this opportunity wouldn't have arisen.
Yeah.
Same thing as when you play online. You're talking to guys in Russia, in China, guys in Boksburg, whereas you're in Midlands, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas those two worlds would never meet.
Correct.
Boksburg and Midlands, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, to answer your question, it's very inclusive.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, Brad, that leads me to my next question. E-gaming, e-sporting, is it a sport? Is it not a sport? Is it competing in traditional sports?
So it's definitely a sport, and a lot of the athletes are recognized as that, as athletes. They have wellness coaches, they have sleep coaches, they have psychology coaches.
I mean, Brad, how does an esports athlete get an injury? And what injuries do they get?
Sure, it's not exactly the same as hitting on a rugby field, but when you're playing on a rugby field, you only have a limited amount of parameters. When you're playing in an esports titles, those parameters are multiplied exponentially, and it can happen over a 6-7 hour period. So endurance and things comes into play. It's a big deal. I'm glad you mentioned the e-gaming, iGaming, esports, because it's something that I've been championing for a really long time.
Yeah.
There's a very clear definition between games of skill and games of chance. Games of chance, which is primarily gambling, tends to what we call e-gaming or iGaming. That's not what esports is.
Yeah.
Esports is purely skill versus chance.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
It's a big
Skill
deal.
versus chance, love that.
Against chance, yeah.
Against chance, nice. All right, let's head back to Soweto, where Gabriel is standing by, and geez, already picking his nose. What's going on there, Gabriel?
No, Arthur, the guys already know. They want to go to the finals.
Yes.
I mean, the stakes are high as well, because they're not only representing their gaming cafes, but they're also representing their eKasis as well. So the stakes are high, and I think that's the reason why we do this on our side. You know, it should also give the players in our townships the same experience that they will get if they go to your bigger events. But of course, you know, they gotta start at home, and that's where we are.
All right, last words from you from Soweto and on the eFIFA 21 series, Gabriel.
I mean, my last word would be, you know, just to also echo to what Dave was saying and Brad also in terms of the inclusiveness of it. I think on our side, you know, we have managed to collaborate with different individuals, organizations, and brands in the industry. And I think we need more of that, we need more of that just across the board. And to bring also, to have more brands coming on board. And hopefully in the next 5 years, we'll be talking a different story when we talk about esports. In the next 5 years, we might have a boy from Wamashu, being at the global stage in Asia, playing League of Legends or whatever. Yeah. And that's for us. That's where the heart is. That's why we wake up in the morning. Yes. And do this esports thing.
Correct. Thank you so much, Gabriel, all the way from Soweto, just letting us know his last words. I don't know where time has gone, but it's already the end of the show. Candice, Brad, Super Dave, thank you so much, guys, for your contribution on the show. Very quickly, your Twitter handles, where can people get you? On Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter. Okay, cool. Mine is at It's Candy Rocks on everything. It's ITZ. Candy, ROX.
Fantastic. Brad?
So I'm Shotgun Schmo, but I tend to be very inactive on Twitter. Social media has taken over enough, and I like to concentrate on my gaming and my gaming platforms.
All right, Super Dave, quickly.
Super Dave online, www.theidiot's Guide to Gaming, Gaming in My Mama's House on YouTube.
Oh, Gaming in My Mama's House on YouTube. You've got to love the characters that, of course, on my panel. That's it for this afternoon. Thanks to my guests, of course, for taking time out to chat about the development of esports. I'm Arthur Bwanakawa. Join Morena Mutupi next Saturday, 2 p.m. as we take a look at Inside Sports right here on eNCA. For now, stay tuned for the latest news headlines.